I just want to say that it's a beautiful day today. Nice mountains. Look at that. It's a beautiful mountain out there. I love it. Okay. Put the chores around the house to get ready. Drink my morning kind of coffee. Then I came to the gym. I did a 1 mile cardio session. Well, more than 1 mile. I did it under 10 minutes. High pace cardio. I did that. And then after that, I did weightlifting. I implemented a lot of chest workouts, activating my biceps as well. And I also did a couple of pull-ups. Then after that, I walked back home. And then when I walked back home, I had a couple of other tasks I had to do to be productive throughout the day. And since I worked at about an hour and a half, that's the challenge, was to learn about an hour and a half. And today I didn't learn through reading books or visually seeing something. I learned through audio. I actually listened to one of Andrew Huberman's podcasts about motivation. It's a really, really good motivation. She had somebody on there that was a doctor, I can't remember, but she did a lot of studies about how motivation, how it helps you. And from my understanding, so I'm not a scientist, so don't take this with a grain of salt. From my understanding is that if you're an individual who is depressed, an individual who doesn't seem to be physically healthy or mentally healthy, you're going to find that every challenge is just harder and harder and harder. You're going to see that every single hill gets higher and higher. That's because of your mental state. Well, it's to somebody who's happy, and I'm going to put myself in this category because I do gratitude journaling every single morning, and I do stuff that I don't want to, but I delay gratification in order to gain, and I delay gratification so I don't get instant gratification. So throughout the day, instead of listening to music and instead of listening to a YouTube video or something like that, something that's very dopamine receptive, something that activates a lot of instant gratification in my mind to have me laugh, something that I could pass my time, I didn't do that. I'd stay there, and I would like to say that I was still high, relaxed, but doing that, I was really focused on what I was learning today about motivation and how when you set a task to, I'm going to finish this, I am going to get this done, no matter at what cost. It was, how do I explain this? The motivation. So, damn, I'm gonna have to really rehear that podcast again because I can't to fully understand it. But what I understand, look at that mountain, boys, so beautiful. Wow. Whew. So, from my understanding from that motivation was that you could literally force your mind. You have to force your mind if you're willing to do that. If your end goal is to be more motivated, if your end goal is to just have energy throughout the day, there's optimal nutrition that you could do that. But literally, it's a mindset thing, and it's not some wishy-washy thing like, oh, if you think. No. It's going to be a daily practice of actually doing the hard work, especially when you don't feel like it. Good afternoon. So when you're doing the hard work, especially when you don't feel like it every single day on a daily basis, it's adding on discipline points. It's adding on extra drive points to your mind. And when you do stuff, and for me, it was running. For me, I didn't like to run. I was 240 pounds overweight, and it was kind of hard to catch my breath. All of my friends were faster than me. Everybody made fun of me because I was slow, and being the fat kid, they just make fun of you for no fucking reason when you're running because your titties are sagging and you're just running, and they're just like, oh, look at the fat guy. And they literally just made fun of me just for running. That's when I was playing soccer too. Now, since I implemented running 1 mile every single day, it was very interesting what happened to my mind. I kept urging for that run, because I knew it was going to be hard and it was going to be a hurdle that I was going to get over every single day, doing hard work when I don't feel like it. After working 10-hour shifts in landscaping, walking about 6 miles and being fasted, I was on a calorie deficit diet when I did that. And then as soon as I get out, I remembered, I was like, okay, in order to earn this run or do this run, let me do the run. And once I'm done with the run, that's when I will take a caffeine or energy drink so that my motivation hits me more. That bang, the energy drink, having that as an end goal, as let's say an end tool. So I was going on a quest, right? First, I did the first level of the quest. Once I got done with that quest of that level, I got a tool, I got an upgrade, and that's what happened to me. I upgraded myself. So every time I ran 1 mile, 1 mile one day, 1 mile Tuesday, 1 mile Thursday, I'm telling you, every single day I would keep that up. That's adding on points to my discipline. And I still hated it. But every time I did that, I would get that energy drink that I wanted, and that's what I did. So I took the energy drink that like just motivated me to push even more. So the next day I was like, okay, let me run faster to get that. Let me keep running fasting. And the more and more and more I kept doing that, leveling up, it eventually became a nice self-soothing habit in a healthy way, which was to run very well nutritionalized, run on fasted. And that helped me push, and that literally helped me to just become the body that I have, you know. It's beautiful. And that's what I understood from the Andrew Huberman podcast about how motivation works. So my best tip is to find a task, find a hobby or something that you don't want to do. And for me, it was to get fit. For me, it was to lose all my fat. That was the goal I wanted to do, and I wasn't motivated to do it up until I figured out and made it easy for myself. It's like, okay, if I keep running every single day on a calorie deficit where I run fasted, it's going to help me push past my limits, and I'm gonna endure the pain right now so that my future self feels better about this. That's what I kept doing, and now, boom. So I challenge you. For me, it's reading. I want to just keep reading, keep getting more knowledgeable, and my challenge is for as how many ever long it takes me to work out. I am going for how long ever it takes me going for however long I work out for. So today was an hour and 30 minutes. I'm going to learn for that certain amount of time. And then, yeah, so push past your limits, boys. Don't stop. Keep up the grind. It's the right leg out. Ugh.